أتدري من يزيل الهم إن ضاقت بك الدنيا ومن يرعاك لا ينساك دوما كيفما تحيا.
Ummah throughout the globe. And I mentioned that from amongst these we need influential positions as well as influential wealth. And I said the Muslim Ummah needs to become economically strong, not just politically strong, but economically strong. So that way we can have a real influence within the systems. But dear brothers and elders, after understanding this, we also need to understand the reality of this dunya and the reality of this world. Because many a times we get the false perception and we get the wrong idea, the wrong mindset that I must gather and amass the wealth of the dunya in order to be successful. And the definition of success is the amassing of wealth and status and power and influential in this world. But dear brothers and elders, I want us today to understand the reality of this dunya, the reality of this world. Dear brothers and elders, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam once mentioned that I do not fear poverty on my ummah in the future. I do not fear poverty on my ummah in the future. What I fear on my ummah is takathur, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open the treasures of the dunya onto them and for them, and they will start to strive and start to run towards it, start to compete for it, and they will forget the deen of Allah, they will forget the akhirah, they will forget the religion of Allah, the commands of Allah. Dear brothers and elders, let this happen to us, that we make our struggles and our focus this dunya. Let it not be that we make this dunya our focus, because dear brothers and elders, this dunya is temporary. This dunya is temporary. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Kun fi dunya ka'annaka gharib." Live in this world as if you are a stranger, as if abiru sabil, or a wayfarer. You're just traveling. This is temporary. You will pass by. Live in the world like that. Yes, in our journey in this world, we're gonna help. We're gonna help as many people, as many Muslims as possible, but we will not settle as if this is our end game and this is our all. Dear brothers and elders, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala outlines what the dunya is in the Holy Quran. He says it's just la'ib and lahu. It's a play, it's a game, it's an amusement. It leads to zina. It says it is beautification and adornment that just pleases the eyes, pleases the heart. It is competing amongst one another in what? With takathur, and competing and striving for more and more in what? In children, amwal, in wealth. Don't let this dunya deceive you. Imam Ghazali rahimahullah mentions an example. He said there's a man running in the jungle from a lion. A lion is chasing a man in the jungle. The man falls in a well and he holds onto a rope. Now he's hanging in the well. Above him he sees the lion. He looks down, he sees a serpent with its mouth open. Then as he's holding on, he sees a white mouse and a black mouse on both sides of the rope, starting to nibble away at the rope he's holding on to. Then, after this frightening experience, and while he's in this state where the lion above, with a serpent below, with two mice nibbling away at his rope, he sees a honeycomb in front of him. And he starts to taste the honey. And he feels the pleasure of the honey. And he forgets that there's a lion above him, a serpent below him, and two mice biting away the rope he's holding onto. He says, this is the example of this dunya. That lion that was chasing him is his death. And you will never escape death. Death will always chase you. That serpent below is his grave that he is destined to go down to. That rope he's holding onto is his life. That rope he's holding onto is his life. And those two mice are the days and the nights that are nibbling away at his life. And that honeycomb in front of him that distracted him from the reality that he was in. is the dunya and the pleasures of the dunya. We must not be so delusional as if we're going to live in this world forever. Yes, we need to use this dunya to help ourselves and help the Muslim brothers and elders, but don't fall into this trap of shaitan that the dunya is all it is. No, because the hereafter is the eternal abode. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that is the true life. That is the true life, the life of the hereafter. The Arabic poet says, لا تأسفن على الدنيا وما فيها لا تأسفن على الدنيا وما فيها فالموت لا شك يفنيها ويفنينا. That don't be concerned and don't be worried by the dunya, because death without a doubt will destroy it and it will destroy us. وَمَنْ يَكُنْ هَمُّهُ الدُّنْيَا لِيَجْمَعْهَا. Whoever makes the dunya his goal, and that's his optimism of obtaining the dunya, then فَسَوْفَ يَوْمًا عَلَى رَغْمٍ يُخَلِّيهَا. That without a doubt there will become a day when he will have to leave it. He'll have to leave this world. The Arabic poet says, जगह जी लगाने की दुनिया नहीं है, ये इबरत की जा है, तमाशा नहीं है. तुझे पहले बचपन में बरसू खिलाया, जवानी ने आके तुझको मजनू बनाया, बुढ़ापे ने आके तुझे क्या क्या सताया, अजल तेरा तुझे कर देगे सब बिल्कुल सफाया. जगह जी लगाने की दुनिया नहीं है, ये इबरत की जान है, तमाशा नहीं है. यही तुझको धुन है, रहू सबसे बाला, हो जीनत निराली, हो फैशन निराला, जिया करता है क्या यूं ही मरने वाला. The brothers and elders, awaken from the slumber that we're in. Stop making the dunya our only focus. Wake up and remember that we will have to face Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We can amass millions and billions, but if our focus is not the hereafter, this will be useless. Qarun had millions and billions. Fir'aun had the billions and trillions. But where is the millions and billions now? Whereas Uthman Ghani, Abdurrahman ibn Auf, Abu Bakr Siddiq, and those great companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they had great wealth. And look what they were able to do with their wealth. They were successful in the hereafter and in this dunya. Why? Because their priority was the hereafter. At the end, it didn't penetrate their heart the love of the dunya, and they didn't think that the dunya was the all. So dear brothers and elders, I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alleviates the pains of the ummah. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uplifts the Muslim ummah. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants us true success, which is the success of the hereafter, but also grants us success in this dunya. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first and foremost give myself the ability to practice on what has been said, and all of us the ability to practice upon what has been said. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ وَآخِرُ دَعْوَانَا أَنِ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ.
أتدري من يزيل الهم إن ضاقت بك الدنيا ومن يرعاك لا ينساك دوما كيفما تحيا.